Hi, Holy Ones. Thank you for joining me in this live broadcast, this transmission of spirit. As tonight, we're going to go deep into the extraterrestrial race being worshipped as gods called the Anunnaki. They're not gods, okay? This is something that I actually kind of call godlets, because there's only one God. There's no such thing as plural gods. So people have distorted this word, gods, God, what is God, what are gods, and so we're going to be going into that tonight, because we have groups of beings claiming to be our gods, groups of beings that want to interfere or be in control of, be the bosses of our, our potential, of our, what they want us to follow and believe, accept as our timeline, accept as our history. They didn't create us, by the way. So they claim to create us. And we'll be going into that deeper here at Christos Avatar. So it won't be from the typical New Age point of view, because there's a lot of distortions there. When they talk about Anunnaki, what are the Anunnaki? What you may not realize that most of the modern contemporary Anunnaki, points of view are coming from one of the original authors, writers, researchers on the Anunnaki called Zachariah Ascension. And so from this point of view, this is a distortion. This is actually a purposeful, you would say, story that was put out. And we'll go into more detail of that. But whatever your point of view is on the Anunnaki, welcome to this conversation. And we don't have to agree. You can even disagree in the chat. We just ask that you be mindful and respect other people's beliefs. So you can disagree, but just be respectful in chat. And so we're starting that today, and thank you for being here. And this is a live broadcast, so let me say hello to all the people who are coming in right now as we just getting started, baby. What's up? We got Inley in the house. Kurgo, welcome to the show. Sarah Holder, Machiwa sister, thank you for being a moderator. Thank you for watching our backs from any trolls or negative energies. Thank you for your service. So happy to see you. Much love. Memphis 10, toes down. Teacher, brother, welcome, Holy One. Good to have you, Memphis. Brandy, hello to you. David Lozano, greetings. We have Call, right? If I said that correctly. Good day to you. Anne, in the house. What about the Elohim? We'll talk about the Elohim too, because they're actually the race, a higher dimensional race that created the Anunnaki. And the Guardians actually call them Anu Elohim. So, and there's a little abbreviation for Elohim, E-L, L. And so there's a family there. Right there is an indication of a family. This is a family dispute. Okay, it's not even has to do with us, but they brought it over to us. And so now we have this, you would say, dialogue, but it's happening even in our history, you guys. Even in the ancient Sumeria and Babylon, Assyria, Arcadia. These are ancient cultures who were actually worshiping these extraterrestrial beings. See, they didn't have ancient aliens back in those days. I mean, they didn't have TV. They didn't have information about what these beings were. Really, their only ideas are, well, something in heaven, something from another world that's more evolved than we are. They didn't call them ancient aliens. This is our point of view nowadays. They're not gods. What is a god? Okay? People don't really go deep into that concept. So we'll be talking about that tonight. And the Anu Elohim. Thank you, Anne. The 40-year-old dork in the house. Hello, Starseeds. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. You said it, OB1111. Thank you for being here. Thank you for those positive affirmations. Yes? Jennifer Merva, welcome. Robin Kirk. Love you so mucho. Thank you, Robin. And thank you for your positive vibes. Emojis and hearts and all those good goodies. Lovely goodies. We also have you seen Stargate, the movie? Yes, that's an old movie, right? Now it's been a while. And if you notice, though, in the movie, at the end, this Ra character turns into a Zeta Gray alien, or the alien is his true identity. So I wouldn't say it's the Draconians, because that's the Draconian families. It's more of the, you would say, but they're both attacking us, you guys. Both the Anunnaki and the reptilians are guilty as charged for messing with us in Atlantis more than once. And there's many atrocities that these beings have done, even though they're being worshipped as good beings. Just like people worship Thoth, thinking he's good because he brought us the emerald tablets, or have you actually know what the emerald tablets say? Do you actually know what the Anunnaki have done? Because you're not going to find that in contemporary New Age it's basically propaganda what you get. Coming straight from the Anunnaki. You have to realize that there's beings, you could say outer space, but they're out there beyond the planet, come to visit the planet. Just because they visited a long time ago in Sumeria, in the Near East area, doesn't mean they left. Okay? It's just more of a secret. And it's not just one alien race that we deal with, or that the Anunnaki would have to address, not just humans, but other beings. So yeah, we'll be talking about Elohim and also Nephilim, which are Anunnaki, but a different species. One of the things you don't usually hear from a lot of the internet stories about the Anunnaki is that there's actually more than one Anunnaki race. And so we can just list a few of them right now. We have the original Anunnaki. Did you realize there is a true original Anunnaki race, and all the other ones are hybrids? That means they're only part Anunnaki. Okay, but there's only one true-blooded, full-blooded Anunnaki, and that is the Jehovian Anunnaki. What has brought us the Bible stories, such as Yahweh character. This is coming from Jehovian Anunnaki. This is what the Guardians call them. Okay, Jehovah, Yahweh. So this is, once again, many of the creator God stories that are put out by these extraterrestrial propaganda. Okay, they will put it in stone tablets. Hello. Cuneiform tablets, ancient clay tablets, the emerald tablets. This is propaganda, ancient propaganda. See, the problem is that most people assume that you dig up something and it's proof or it's truth, when you don't realize that there was propaganda. There's propaganda nowadays. There's propaganda in the ancient days. There's Illuminati now. There was Illuminati in the ancient days, back in Atlantis, back in Lemuria. But most teachings are saying that no, they're from the 1700s. BS. They're ancient, much more ancient than Sumer. They came way before Sumer. Oh, they came in Sumeria, Mesopotamia, and affected a lot of those cultures. But that was just one time in our history where they have come, you guys. They've actually come way before that. And these teachings, it's not your brother Enuhazi's ideas. These aren't my opinions. Okay, this is coming from a huge body of knowledge called the Inner Christos, also the Law of One, the Emerald Order teachings. So this is something that is the reference of tonight's topics, the perspective. And they list in this book alone, I mean, there's many, many workshops, hundreds of workshops. For example, one of the workshops called Kathara is 21 hours long. That's just one out of hundreds. So this is a huge tome of knowledge. Originally, this was by Ashiana Dean, inspired by the Emerald Order, themselves, guardians. And this will tell you the history, some of the history line, which is forbidden history. We're taught a false history. We don't know the whole history. Okay, so our history is fabricated. Who writes history? The ones who conquer, the ones who are ruling. They write history for their benefit and for control purposes. Realize information, knowledge, history is used to control and manipulate you. And so this is something that the guardians do call them fallen angelics. This is what they do. Okay, they're all about distortion, they're all about manipulation, they're all about domination, they're all about death, sacrifice, murder. So they have no problems torturing you, torturing little kids or whatever. This is where actually the word Luciferian comes from. It comes from the Anunnaki. Okay? It's not an earth thing. It's not a biblical only thing. This is something talked about by the guardians as a alien species thing. Luciferian. What do you think angels are? They're beings from other worlds. You say heaven or hell, but the real truth is there's multiple dimensions of reality, and that's what angels are. They're alien beings coming from other realities. And some of those aliens are negative, dark, fallen angelic. So the guardians call them both. They're aliens, they're fallen angelic aliens. Okay, so we take the definition of alien, angel, is a level of consciousness, a level of body form. So archangels have a level of consciousness and body form much more evolved and advanced than us. Okay, so, and angels and archangels could be positive or negative. A lot of these Anunnaki races are negative aliens, okay, negative angels. And so this is a long, ancient, super ancient, you would say, drama. This drama started with the Elohim families, okay, which are much more ancient than humans. They're older than humans since 250, no, actually they were created, their original founders races. The Anu Elohim. Once upon a time, their original name was Anu. Isn't it interesting how the original name of the Anu Elohim is talked about in New Age, in the Sumerian text, as Anu. Almost the same, but not exactly. Anu is A-N-U-Y. New Age, Sumeria, they spell it A-N-U, Anu. But just realize from these perspectives, it was once a positive race, created 950 billion years ago, but it was 250 billion years ago where they fell. But realize that the science on planet Earth is distorted. Realize science is limited, especially when science, for example, says the universe itself is only 13 billion years old. Go Google that. That's what the answer they'll feed you. Also realize science does not identify higher dimensions, higher universes of density matter. They only see one universe, and they don't talk about multidimensional aspects of a universe. And we talk about a multiverse in these teachings. And as 15 dimensions of reality, not just up to 3. Some people they think of dimensions as in just measurement, like length, width, height. No, we're talking about temporal dimensions, frequency bandwidths of time, space time, which is an illusion, but it's the mechanics of the hologram. So let me finish saying hello. Thank you guys for being here as we talk about the Anunnaki from the inner Christos point of view. I got my old glasses on. So these are, I prefer better. And let's get this positive cleansing and purifying up as we talk about fallen angels, right? Chicas Masur. I got my incense, I didn't get my charcoal. It's right there. Let me grab it. Excuse me. We got this, holy ones. Jaguar Child in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. What's up? Of course. Good to see all the heavy hitters coming on in. People on their spiritual awakening and spiritual, ascension. When you enlighten yourself, okay, you're bringing in more of your ascension codes, which is taught about in the Kathara and more advanced workshops. You're going to learn the science of that, the science of ascension. You'll also learn creation mechanics, scalar mechanics, Stargate mechanics. You're going to learn about where these beings are coming from, and we'll show the diagram tonight, just to showcase who these different races are. Remember, there's more than one type of Anunnaki. If there's more than one species of Anunnaki, that means there's more than one appearance of Anunnaki. Many different looking appearances of these beings. And there's also something very interesting that don't just realize that they're aliens out here in motherships, spaceships, underground bases, underwater bases, off-planet bases, but they're also amongst us. There are those who are Anunnaki human hybrids, talked about in these teachings. Okay, these beings are master geneticists. Reptilians are master geneticists too. All beings in the higher dimensions, that's a normal science that you learn. And so in the 3D point of view, the small point of view of religion, they don't think that's possible, that beings can create other beings. They're doing it all the time. It's science. You learn genetics, and you learn super advanced genetics. They're doing cloning, they're doing life extension, they're crossbreeding. It's called hybridization. They're hybridizing beings. So if this is a spiritual war, they're going to take some of our DNA and mix it with their DNA and now be amongst us. And for some people, there's proof. Those of you who can activate just this, basically, the heart chakra gives you the astral vision. And I made this idea before where if you went to some place, it doesn't have to be a UFO conference or something. It could be at your house, some of your friends that you're hanging out with. You could see, even for a split second, a reptilian face show up in their field. You'll just see it. Whoa. It's because you are activating and you can see behind the matrix, so to speak, right? You can see beyond normal 3D reality. And so most humans will say that's a bunch of BS because they don't experience it. So they'll call you a schizophrenic. Machiwa. They'll call you crazy, loony? Have you taken your meds? So this is an attack, by the way. See, this is why I have new moderators, because not everyone shows up. So at least we have one in the house. Oh, skin color, iron body sensei. This planet peoples. That's English, right? Still worried about skin color. You said it. 55 people online right now. Someone put that in chat. Realize, you guys, that skin colors are extraterrestrial. They're coming from the starseed races. Okay, so this is talked about in Voyagers 2. There's 2 books, and the second one, they talk about the genetic hybridization of humans from Polarians, Hyperboreans, Lemurians, Atlanteans. You see, these all have different skin tones, but it's coming from the starseed races. If we listed all 12 races, 12 tribes in the human genome, the Ur-Antrian starseed race are the brown skin races. The Brenua starseed race are the red skin races, like Native Americans. Where do you think that comes from? It comes from the starseed race. The Hibiru starseed represents the white skin race. That's where we're getting it from a starseed from another world. We're extraterrestrials, you guys. We were brought to this planet. We didn't come from this planet. We came from Tara. We're ETs too, but we have a hybridization here. We're mixing races here. We're trying to make a super guardian race. A guardian race who's meant to be custodians of this multidimensional Stargate complex. Our planet Earth becomes Tara, Tara becomes Gaia, Gaia becomes Armentana. We're responsible for all of that. Okay? And this is why we have 12 strands, 12 tribes, 12 chakras, 12 races inside of us. So we can access 12 dimensions. You don't have 12 strands, you can't access 12 dimensions. Humans can. Let me say, that's their potential. All humans have that potential, but not all humans are reaching that potential within themselves. When science only says you only have 2 strands of DNA, and then religion doesn't even talk about DNA, what are you going to do, right? In come the inner Christos teachings, baby. What's up? You learn your true identity. You're going to learn your true history. Some of that's going to be talked about tonight. And you're going to learn about you are a spiritual badass. That's your potential. Maybe you're just a double helix conscious, 3D consciousness right now, but your potential is you can go on a spiritual journey and start activating higher parts of yourself. Okay, where all humans are multidimensional. All beings are multidimensional. We have more than one self. Like Hinduism talks about past lives. That's a distortion. There's no such thing. Because space-time doesn't exist. It's an illusion. Everything happens simultaneously. We just simply have the illusion of separation because there's different frequencies, different speeds. Okay? And this goes deeper into the spiritual science of these teachings, how you get different levels of reality, but realize that these beings, Anunnaki races, including the one I first mentioned, the first original one, is Jehovah Anunnaki. Inki Anunnaki, Enlil Anunnaki, Marduk Anunnaki, Emilian Anunnaki, Nephilim Anunnaki. Okay? There's Syrian Anunnaki. And there's a couple different ones that we're going to talk about tonight. But those are the main ones. As you see, people are talking about them now. They didn't go just play God in Sumer and leave. They're still here. They're super ancient. This is just what Sumer was 5,000, 6,000 years ago. This is no big deal to them. They can travel through stargates. They can travel through time. They just have a super ancient race. And so this is something that they're kind of like bullies. They want to control and dominate us. They want to conquer our planet. They want to take our stargates. That's really what they want, okay? And there's some of this drama is spilled over into inner Earth, parallel Earth, something called density matter 2, the universe. That's where it actually started. That's where the cataclysm started. And that, is our heritage. And this is why we're here on Earth, trying to resolve that, trying to fix that. But we haven't had luck doing that because we've already been through 3 human seedings. The Anunnaki came to us millions of years ago. Did you hear what I said? Millions is way before Sumer. Our history is millions of years old. Our origins are millions of years old. But you're not going to get this in New Age. You're not going to hear this from that point of view. And so, thank you guys for being here and being open to something you probably haven't realized regarding the Anunnaki. Because people think, okay, we have a connection issue. We'll wait for this connection issue. Much respect to you guys for being here tonight in this exploration. And this is our history. This is part of what our identity is. It's actually involved with these Anunnaki beings because they've been guiding our evolution in a negative way. So it takes an open mind because there's so many opinions, right? And what I always recommend you guys is that you start with Voyager's Book 1, Voyager's Book 2, see if you resonate with that. And if you do, then continue on to the more advanced workshops. Courseness. So, let me check again and check. Thank you, Robin. Yeah, I like these glasses better too, and I chose them because they don't have the frame. So, yeah. Crypto Emperor says the only skin color I worry about is crystal. So yeah, I mean, we actually leave carbon matter universe. We're not just made of carbon. Eventually, humans transmute to crystal beings. We become carbon crystal in the next universe. That's what Tara is. When you go move into higher density 3 universe, that is crystal silicate matter. We're literally crystal beings. But so is everything else who exists in the 3rd density. And then you evolve even more into density universe 4, because there's 5 of them. And there you're going to be like, it's called like crystal liquid light. So it goes through this de-densification. You become less and less dense, more and more refined, right? And after crystal liquid, you become crystal vapor, crystal gas. Very, very, very dense, but this is actually considered hot plasma. And so you're not going to have fallen angels there. So we talk about usually around the avatar level, that's where you start to see these dark beings. And you guys, it's just something that affects so many aspects of our people, of our human civilization. It affects our spiritual belief systems. They distort them. They distort our religions. They distort Hinduism. They distorted Buddhism. They distort Native American teachings, shamanism. They've distorted Reiki. They've distorted all kinds of different spiritual beliefs. They mess with our politics. They mess with they're the ones who are controlling these systems, controlling our financial systems. We think about these people, the dark illuminated ones, but they're just puppets. Thank you for that, whoever did that. They're just puppets and doing the bidding of ETs. It's interesting when you watch this X-Files, right? They have a syndicate, Illuminati. They have a syndicate, but these syndicates are answering to alien races. Those are the ones who are actually in power. And we know that governments have signed treaties with some of these aliens. So they know, but they will say they don't exist. They'll even deny UFOs exist, but some UFOs are coming out being more exposed. So that won't always be the case. Eventually, people will have to acknowledge aliens are real. Okay, there's too much evidence of aliens and UFOs and the supernatural, the paranormal, right? So people will eventually, it will go into the science. Will be explaining it. Machiwa. Jeanette Starseed, Love and Light. I've been trying to find out how all this stuff started. You weren't specific. You said stuff. What stuff? But can't find anything. Did you read Voyagers? That's if you will find it when you read Voyagers 1 and 2. It all started from 250 billion years ago. Okay, and so these beings all got along, but it was 250 billion years ago when they started to fall. Something called DNA code convolution. It started to mutate. If your body DNA template mutates, your consciousness will follow suit. It will become distorted, mutated. And so they're vampiric beings. They're not following law of one. They're not following, you would say, spiritual, benevolent concepts. They're not into co-creation. They want domination. And they choose with their free will. Okay? They choose to conquer planets, enslave races. They choose to torture our people to get, this white powder. I don't want to say the hashtag for it. You know what I'm talking about? The elites like it. That keeps them young, apparently. That's why they keep harvesting it from children. So this is something that's, a spiritual warfare. Whether you want to just be love and light and get along and be happy and blissful, hey, there's still going to be beings attacking our planet. And it's not just about yourself and you being positive and thinking, and that's it. We consider all our brothers and sisters on earth. Okay? We consider all of that. But to answer your question, this happened 250 billion years ago because of DNA code convolution, and then they just started getting distorted consciousness and behaving that way and becoming vampiric and taking energy, stealing energy, because they became finite beings. They fell to the phantom. The Anu Elohim were once good, started becoming distorted and dark, and fell into the phantom matrix. Now their race is in the phantom matrix. What the religion calls hell or Hades, the lake of fire, but the Guardians call it a black hole subtime space distortion cycle. And so it's reverse frequency. We talk about frequencies. It's a reverse frequency. And so it's got reverse consciousness, dark consciousness, shadow, phantom. And so this is where it all started. They started fighting. It's in Voyagers 2. They started fighting we already mentioned their name, the Anu Elohim. You call them Elohim, the Guardians call them Anu Elohim. So the Anu Elohim started fighting with the reptilians. And we're talking about, remember, there's many species of reptilians too. And the one they were fighting with was called the Omicron dragon moths. It's not the Draconians. It's not the Dracos. It's not the winged reptilians. It's described as dragon moth. So the Omicron dragon moths were another fallen angelic race, also had DNA co-convolution, also was enslaving planets and races and conquering and killing, and they were on blood spree. They're both mentally, all those terrible things you can call a fallen being. These beings were fighting each other. They were in conflict with each other. They're criminals. They don't get along with other criminals, but sometimes they do, to do deeds together, right? But at the beginning, they were clashing. Okay? And so this is, once again, way before humans were created, way before Earth was created. Or, that's not the way to say it. When Earth happened. So this is billions of years. So it's not even our drama. It got carried over into our drama, into the Earth thing. So this is where it all started. 250 billion years in the cradle of Lyra, which is the original system where all life came out of, because that's where it all started. You have to realize that it all came from somewhere. It came from the cradle of Lyra, and there was 3 planets there where all life came from. All races came from 3 planets. The Armentana, Blue Flame, Holy Elohai, that's where the Elohim come from. And then planet Vega, the Gold Flame, Seraphi. The fallen races of Seraphi are called Seraphim. And then the third planet was called, it's not as well known as the other 2 planets, it's called Avion. This is where the violet flame races are, the Brahmarama they're called. And so this is the starting point of all planets and all races. It all started somewhere. It all started in the cradle of Lyra. And then after this Avatar War, Fallen Angelic War, they left and went to Orion's system. The Anunnaki went to Sirius A. There's positive guardian races on Sirius B. So it's interesting because I just watched a movie recently and they talked about Sirius A. And there's something interesting about the Dogon. It's a race on planet Earth, the Dogon. The scientists didn't know there was another system in Sirius. Let me just look that up real quick. Machiwa Holy Wands. Who are the Dogon? It's an ethnic group indigenous to the Central Plateau region of Mali in West Africa. They're Africans. They're famous for their detailed knowledge of astronomy, particularly the early knowledge of the star system Sirius. So why would these beings know information from this planet, right? So you can guys look that up, Dogon, the Dogon, however you want to say it. So this is, they were talking about Sirius B. Our scientists didn't know there was a Sirius B. It was this West African tribe who told them. And isn't it interesting, like how a lot of these indigenous cultures, even Native American cultures, they know some of these things, like the Zuni. I met one. I met this the guy who's actually. We were gonna do mushroom with him. Me and my star sister Tanglefoot. When we were in Sedona, we met him, and at the show too. And there's a bunch of UFO conferences in California. And he's been on Gaia too, this guy, this Zuni chief. And so they talk about all of these connections to extraterrestrial races. I mean, ancient cultures have experienced extraterrestrials, just like Sumer has experienced them. But there's no context for them, so they call them gods and worship them as gods because they were being trained to worship them as gods Just like we're being trained nowadays in the New Age to worship these beings and to accept that they created us. They did not create us. We were created by the Lyran Syrian races. Okay, it was the Anuhazi cat people who created the density 3 Lyran Syrians. They created an Oraphim angelic race. It is the Oraphim angelic race who created us. There is no Anunnaki involved. But you're going to be taught in New Age that, by Zachariah Ascension, that they created us. They created us to mine gold originally. It's a bunch of BS, you guys. If you resonate with that, that's your path. Okay? I don't know about you, but I want to know truth. And you confirm this not just through these teachings, but you'll confirm it within your own memory. Some of you remember Atlantis. Some of you remember these extraterrestrial beings, or even the Anunnaki beings, or reptilians, Anunnakis, because that's part of your past life memory. Doesn't mean you access that, but some people are. So you don't need a book to tell you that, but we have those experiences ourselves. So some people in comments, they'll say, prove it. Or where are you learning this from? Where are you getting this from? Well, some of it's from these teachings, and some of it is from my own spiritual journey. And so I have a strong connection to the Lyrans and the Indigo children, and we've dealt with these beings. As a matter of fact, our teacher, Ashiana Dean, she talks about her own experiences living in the crystal cities of inner Earth and having these Anunnaki invade us. Once again, you guys think it's only about Sumeria. These beings have been attacking us since Atlantis. They've attacked us in inner Earth. They've attacked us in parallel Earth. They're after us. They're after our planet. They're after our Stargate complex. But they're being worshipped as friendly. In the New Age, they worship Enki. It's a religion, man. Now, let me pull this up real quick. Well, Jonathan, in the teachings, you're going to learn that just like any race, you're going to have negative and positive. Well, there's negative and positive Arcturians. There's different groups, different families, right? According to these teachings, it was the Pleiadians and the Arcturians who helped us in our problems with these fallen angelic races. However, that was when we first started doing seedings millions of years ago. There's been different things that have happened. Now there is some negative Pleiadians. They actually live on planet Nibiru, and they're Luciferian. Okay? And they visited Billy Myers. Okay? These beings are about interacting with us and feeding us propaganda. If you know that our own governments do that, why wouldn't you think a negative alien would do that? Right? Wouldn't do that. This is what they do. They pretend to be light. They understand there's a free will process. Some of the things they do requires our agreement. So they confuse you. They get you to agree or give your free will. If you're worshiping and subservient to these beings, you did that with your own free will. And so this is something that you have to realize within yourself, that there's actually any type of worship or subservience is actually a vampiric situation. This is actually being done by the fallen angels. Guardians don't do that. Guardians don't worship things. That is becoming subservient to that which you are worshiping. You're feeding that being. Loosh. You're feeding these beings so they now have more and more and more power over you. If there's billions of people feeding energy to these entities, you better believe they're going to become powerful. Now you've given them permission. You're the one feeding them, growing them. Now they're going to be following through with their own negative agendas. And so this is something that people realize or not, right? Celine's in the house. Thank you, Star Sister. So happy to have you here. I didn't see you when you first came in, though. Thank you for being here. And if you guys have any questions for me, make sure you tag me. Put Christos avatar in your message so it's tagged and I can see it easier. Iron Buddy Sensei. Yeah, I've been to Sedona a few times. It's very beautiful, you guys. It's very, very unique. And it's like, I've seen some of this here in Nevada, kind of like a rock or stone or sand that is like a red color. Sedona has that. That's one of the first things you'll notice. Everything's like a reddish color. It's very interesting. Like you think of it as Mars or something, right? But yeah, the big thing about Sedona is that it is actually close to a planetary stargate. This is why there's a lot of people, psychic people, can see these vortices, feel them, see them. And when I was with my friend, we were staying the night there, staying for the weekend because of a seminar. We saw tons and tons of orbs, like an exceptional amount that I didn't normally see, but since it's kind of like focused high energy, you're going to get those kind of anomalies, paranormal things going on. A lot of people claim to see UFOs in Sedona. I mean, not just Sedona. I'm just saying you're going to see more of those kind of activities in special energetic locations on planet Earth. And so a lot of these things defy science. I think there's something called the spot in California. Let me look that up real quick. California, the spot. The Mystery Spot official website. Is the mystery spot real or fake? Oh, they're going to call it illusion, of course. Don't bother looking at the mainstream explanation of things like Sedona, because you're not going to get truth. You're going to get propaganda. Santa Cruz, California, 1939. It was opened in 1939. But it perplexes people. It has amazed and perplexed hundreds of people. Well, it's more than hundreds. Altered reality, or a clever gimmick, right? See, so people will get some type of... It's like getting a Wikipedia article. I'm talking about Anunnaki, and you will see the censorship. Because it's in the title of my video, it's going to now have a Wikipedia article attached to it. You may not see that in the live, but as soon as the live is finished, there will be a Wikipedia article debunking these teachings. This is what they do. It's a part of their censorship abilities. This is, instead of just blatantly censoring you, they'll do things like that. And it makes you look like, oh, maybe there's something wrong with this information, right? That's the whole point. They want to do that. They don't do it to other videos, but certain videos they will. What does that say? So, Machiwa, Holy Ones. And we're going to be talking about that. Let's look at the diagram. Let's take a look at some of these races. So it's easier to visualize some of the history as well. There's timelines in there. Let's go to Photoshop. And this is available to any of you members, Avatar membership or higher. But if you don't want to become a member, you can get this separately for $15. It's worth $15. It's an excellent study guide. Has a ton of information on this thing. Okay, and it's helps you see a lot of the things that we're talking about and in these teachings, but also it's going to show the alien races, the main ones who are messing with us. And so we have a multi-dimensional reality system. You really can't understand Anunnaki or God or angels unless you understand the creation context. And these teachings give you context. You'll see different levels of reality, different levels of consciousness, different levels of mind, different levels of body matter, carbon etheric matter. We mentioned that earlier today. You turn it from carbon etheric into carbon crystal. That's your new skin tone, as our brother said. And then you become more evolved, and as you go up, see, these are concentric rings. You're going up through ascension in these concentric rings. You go into the next higher reality, the next higher reality, you go to the next higher reality. You notice that's what these angels are. It's a level of reality that you go through, and these beings can travel back in time and visit us and mess with us. They use stargates. Hello. The fallen angelic system, the hell, Hades, black hole system, they're using stargates and wormholes to get here. The Philadelphia experiment, the Montauk project, the Phoenix wormhole, the Falcon wormhole, and many other wormholes. There's natural network of portals, and there's artificial, technologically created portals. Okay, so this is how these beings get around. They don't use FTL, faster than light travel, like you see in Star Wars and Star Trek. That's not getting you out of this out of the universe. If you're using FTL, faster than light travel, you can't get here or here or here. You have to use stargates. That's what these are. This is a stargate. This is a stargate. We're not talking about portals. We're talking about universal stargates, planetary stargates, sun stargates, galactic stargates, universal stargates. And these beings, that's their network, that's their highway. This is how they get around. They jump gates. They're jumping through time, not using light speed to travel through time. So this is where a lot of these, this drama started with some of these beings I mentioned already. They're way at the high level of 11th dimension. This is where it started. It all started in the 11th dimension. We're talking about the original race before it became dark was called Anu. Close to A-N-N-U, Anu. Just a slight difference in spelling. But they originally were Anu, and they became the Anu Elohim when they fell. And notice what these beings are. Feline aquatic apes. That means they're a hybrid between feline, and there's a violet flame race called the Yoni. Oh wow, what a coincidence. Aquatic ape. You take a feline, mix it with an aquatic ape, and also I know that's true because these beings were actually on planet Avion. And so the violet flame are from planet Avion. Remember, they all came from either Armentana, that would be the blue flame races, Armentana, Vega, or Avion. The Anunnaki are coming from blue flame, so they're coming from... No, actually, I correct myself. They since they're part violet flame, they didn't live on Armentana, they lived on Avion. So Anu and Anu Elohim, they come from Avion originally. But then remember, I told you after the war, the angelic wars, they're actually avatars. These dark avatars move to Sirius A. That's where you're going to find the original Anunnaki. These are the original 100% bloodline, because the rest of them are a bunch of hybrids. These are a bunch of hybrid Anunnaki. You'll see their names here: a million Anunnaki, Marduk Anunnaki, also Enlil Anunnaki. You see how it's totally different than what you're learning in New Age and Zachariah Ascension BS. You think Inky or Enlil is a person. They're not people. I mean, it's not a person, it's a collective. They don't want you knowing the truth. They want you to know a distortion. They want you to know the propaganda, not the truth about Planet 9, Planet Nibiru, or the 12th planet, whatever planet you want to call it. A lot of people are calling it the 9th planet. There's Pleiadian Anunnaki, man. What's up? That's what visited Billy Myers. Anunnaki, Pleiadian, Luciferian Anunnaki. There's many different Anunnaki races. These Pleiadians are going to look different than the Inky Anunnaki, which are snake-looking. These are snake reptilians. These are going to look different than the Odedicron Enlil Anunnaki, scaled reptile hominids from Nibiru. These are going to look different than the other Anunnakis, like the Marduk Anunnaki, who are themselves insects. Hominid ETs, because they mixed the Amelian Anunnaki with an Omicron dragon moth being, and so they're all going to look different. The ones who look sort of close to us are the Syrian Anunnaki. I got it right here in the reference, Syrian Anunnaki. Some of them do look sort of like us. Same with those Pleiadian ones; they look like us. Billy Myers thought it looked like us, but of course they're going to look a little bit different. I mean, these are considered pretty perfect humans, so they can easily fall for humans. People can think they are a human and not know it, that they're actually aliens, fallen angelic aliens. So. It was the Jehovah's Anunnaki, though, who came to our planet, and they mixed their bloodline with the human bloodline, which was an ancient Egyptian, which is a Nephilim. Nephilim is mentioned in the Bible, by the way. Nephilim are Anunnaki. Nephilim Anunnaki is one of these different species. This one looks more human than the Syrian dolphin people. That's what Jehovahans are. They're dolphin-looking, bipedal dolphin people. Remember, they're from Avion. They're from the Violet Flame DNA, partially. Sorry. So this is why they're going to look different than the hybrid they made on planet Earth called the Nephilim. And so the Nephilim actually wiped us out. So the Anunnaki wiped us out because of the Nephilim. They were giants. They were more advanced than we were. So they took us out. Human seeding 1 was destroyed. It fell into actually a war called the Electric Wars. And then there was something called the 1,000 Years Wars. These ETs fought over us with the Guardians. There was actually like Star Wars out in the skies. We saw ETs, man, in ancient Egypt. We saw aliens in ancient Atlantis. Notice our scientists say Atlantis doesn't exist. Remember, it's forbidden history. Oh, they'll tell you about all kinds of BS from Sumer, but they're not going to tell you as far back as Atlantis, which is much more ancient than Sumer. And there's several different versions of Atlantis from different time periods, because we had to start our human seeding over and over and over. And plus we have the original Atlantis in Lemuria, in Tara. So this is just giving you an idea, a taste of what some of these beings are. So let me explain this. If you take an Anunnaki and mix it with reptilians, you're going to get this group of hybrid Anunnakis. Okay, so this is where the beings from planet Nibiru are. So everybody assumes, because Zechariah Ascension talks about them, that this is the only Anunnaki. Sorry guys, you have to expand your paradigm of the Anunnaki. There's all these different versions of Anunnaki, and there's false stories of Enki, Enlil, and Marduk, and there's the true stories of Anunnaki, Marduk, Enlil, Enki. And that actually is coming from reptilians and Anunnaki, is where you get the concept of Luciferian. So your paradigm needs to change, be updated, and be edited, because you're not getting the truth from, oh, Enki is our brother and helped us. Oh, Thoth helped us. Thoth is an Enki Anunnaki. He did not help us. It's actually all about tricking us and deceiving us, manipulating us. Thoth comes from there. Thoth is a Luciferian, not some kind, good person who helped us. You're getting false propaganda. And as a matter of fact, these beings are involved in the Bible. Where do you think Seraphim and Elohim are? They're mentioned in the Bible because they created your Bible. They gave you the version of your Bible. They're representing Yahweh, Jehovah. The same beings who created Anunnaki are the same beings who created the concepts of Jehovah God. No wonder this being from the Bible is angry. No wonder this being is putting you into subservience, putting down women. No wonder it's putting you in guilt and judgment, and making you think you're lesser race, making you and exploiting you. Okay, because that's what these beings brought to our planet. They brought us the sexist patriarchal creed that says Eve came out of the godly male. Even though it was the woman who birthed your ass, you're saying that they came out of the man. You can't have a man without a male, but you can't have a female without a male. You see the distortions on both sides. This is our true creeds that were changed based on omni-Christos love, eternal joy and bliss and grace and all this. It was switched to this. Now you got religions. Now you got worship. Do you see worship over here? There is no worship. We don't worship. That's a negative thing. Now you're trained to think it's a good thing. Now you're told by God to sacrifice animals, to sacrifice saviors, to have sacrifice in your mentality. Now it's about blood rituals. What the F, people? So this is what we're learning from the inner Christ, the inner Christos. You find out that there's a bunch of distortions in this Zechariah Ascension model. Realize that the Illuminati are children of these beings. They're serving these ETs. So of course you're going to get false teachings saying you came from them. That was the whole thing about Zechariah Ascension, you guys. He was being fed this information by Illuminati and to create their religion. Now it's a religion. Now the Anunnaki are being worshipped and thinking they're good. It worked. You don't have to believe what I'm saying. You don't have to believe these teachings. There's no dogma here. But you're here for a reason. Something brought you here. Listen to this point of view, and maybe you'll have a different change of opinion. Maybe. People are looking out here. This is mostly what people are doing is, there's some more advanced being than us. And these more advanced beings can teach us things, and they're helping us with our technologies and our spiritual beliefs. They're teaching us stuff about the universe. Okay, you want to know some of the things that these Anunnaki have done? Let me check on chat real quick. Oh, we got this fake dude again, huh? Thank you, little alien. I don't get it because it says he's hidden from the channel. I removed this fake account, by the way. Sorry it was happening. Indigo Wizard in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. I'm glad to have all the homies in the house. Stardust Goddess in the house. Yeah, you guys. And what's the point? What's the point of some fool clown, he's a clown, coming in? What's the point of him coming in here when you can go to his account and see that this poser has no videos and no subscribers? What's the point? Because people who are going to go and see you have no videos, you have no subscribers, they're going to find out within seconds that you're full of shit. It's a troll. And what's the purpose, right? There's no purpose. This is just a clown. So, when you go to my channel, the real Christos Avatar channel, you just click on my name. You'll see I have 72,000 subscribers and 800 plus videos. This is the real account. You can see the fake account. This person is actually a very bad impersonator. He's really terrible at being an impersonator. He's not very good at what he's doing. But you guys are figured that out on your own, I'm sure. Goodbye, clown. See you later, clown. Have good luck in your spiritual journey. Yeah, our moderators are on top of that. Oh, yeah, it's a new background. I just made it today. I wanted to try something different. A mystical feeling, right? A mystical vibe. What's up? We have Elisa Spark. TikTok, does anyone use that to watch Ashana? Well, just realize, Elisa, just realize that you're only going to get 60-second videos. And Ashana teaches advanced spiritual mechanics. You can't really learn on TikTok. When you realize that one workshop is like 10, 20 plus hours, and it's being reduced down to a 60-second clip, that's actually not going to help you much. We recommend that you check on YouTube. Check on BitChute, BITCHUTE. Check Google itself. Check. One of the best ones to check is Telegram. You have to get the app for that, but it helps you see a lot of censored information from Ashana. Excuse me. Ashana's herself is actually censoring these teachings. So yeah, you actually want to go look on Telegram if you're really serious about studying. You're not very serious if you're trying to learn on TikTok. TikTok ain't gonna show you jack. You're going to get tiny little crumbs. If you really want to learn, sit down and watch a 3-hour video. Sorry guys, there's someone nearby playing music. I can't control it all. So I do not have my Amber, it's right there. Let me grab it. I thought something was missing. Woohoo! Party time! Gotta get my amber thing going on. This is like a whole chunk of amber. Smell. My phone has smell sensibility or capabilities, so you can smell it. Can you smell it? Whoa, what do we got here? Let me put this down real quick. I just need a piece, a little tiny smidgen, whatever. Woohoo! Yeah, see, you guys know how to tag. Somebody knows how to tag. It looks so cool when you guys tag. Sunset Dreams, Machiwa sister. Thank you so much for supporting this work. Thank you for your exchange of energy. Bless you. Much needed. Thank you guys so much for helping this work out. Machiwa. And she also made a comment. Law of one. Unity consciousness. Recoding. Unconditional love and harmony into our morphogenetic field. Machiwa sister. Somebody's been studying. What's up? Yeah, you'll learn stuff like Maharic, seal, morphogenetic fields, or you can just call them morph fields. Thank you for those hearts, Holy One. And so let me talk about some of the things that the Anunnaki have done, which you're not going to learn from Zachariah Ascension. You're not going to learn from Elena Danon. Some people claiming that Anunnaki are returning. They never left. Okay, one of my videos has almost 1 million views. It's about hybrids. There's 5 main hybrids. Is there more than 5? Sure. But here are the main 5 alien hybrids on planet Earth. Well, what is on planet Earth is we have humans. But you also have Anunnaki humans, reptilian humans, Illuminati alien humans, and finally a positive hybrid called the Indigo Children. They're actually part human, part Sirius B, but they're actually higher than that. They originate from density 5 or Ascended Mastery. So if you got one of these Indigo Children in your house, if you resonate yourself as an Indigo child, you're coming from the highest levels. Machiwa. Another troll. I don't know how he's getting in here. I honestly don't know how he's able to do this. I'll have to research it and find out. Because I removed it. Oh, it's another name. So he's got other names that say Christos Avatar. And I just blocked his ass again. Indigo Wizard, what's up, brother? Dang! Lots of 3s, Machiwa. Thank you, brother. You're so awesome, man. Karayasatahala. And those are the original sounds of creation. You know how you have the Hindus, or is it Buddhist, right? Kara Sha La da 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 na 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 na. Let's dance, Machiwa. You guys see that video, right? So let's show HV. Whoa, HV in the house. Thank you, Star Sister. Much respect. Thank you. Bless you. Thank you for being part of this. Oh yeah, you guys, they can have whatever name they want. You you don't see the actual URL of their name, but you will see it say Christos Avatar. This person is bored in their life. This person is trying to vampire us. This group. They're not. Their technique is not doing anything. What is their technique doing? They're not accomplishing anything. I am the real Christos Avatar. What are you accomplishing? Let's see you teach. What are you teaching? Come on, what's up? Yeah, you said it, brother Indigo, the 7 tones of creation. So let's show it. Let's show the associations with the Anunnaki. Remember, these are different beings. You don't see the alien Anunnaki. You see the ones that look part human. Okay? Some of these beings would scare the shit out of you. If you saw a snake-looking, Zeta Gray-looking type of Anunnaki, it would be scary. Scary looking, especially when you know they're Luciferians. Okay? I mean, I might as well show some of my own pictures. Let's take a look. And then I'll show you the PDF after I show you some pictures. Like, let me show you what this alien looks like. The Inky Anunnaki. Notice they are, this is what how the Guardians describe this being. Humanoid, so they got arms and legs, eyes and noses, mouths, but they're part insectoid. Big, gray, kind of like the gray alien eyes. They're part reptilian. They're going to have scales or snake features because they're part serpent. They have black hair, according to the description in the book. They have tan skin. They have a hook nose. They're classic hook nose. Some of our races are hook nose. And they're from Nibiru, a different planet. You're on a different planet, you're definitely going to have a different appearance. They're not going to look like humans. These aren't the Anunnaki that are blending with us. So let me show you some of the pictures. Let me pull it up. I just have to pull it up for you guys. Give me a second. Inky Anunnaki. Okay, sorry. Well, you will see online like this, but this is not Inky Anunnaki. These are more the ones that look kind of like human. This is not an Inky Anunnaki. I just wanted to show that. So I'm just trying to find one for you that matches all of that stuff you just heard. Wait, this is not showing up in my Photoshop? Okay, I'm fixing it to show Photoshop. I don't even know if you guys saw that. So since you probably didn't see that, let me reopen it because it didn't come through apparently. Well, this is what a hook nose is. Okay? So this is a type of nose that some of these beings will have. Hook nose. Wait, I didn't mean to show that one. I was trying to click a different one. Okay, snake looking. Has reptilian features, has the hook nose, has black hair. Is a humanoid. Has some type of insectoid type of eyes. This is something that you would find on planet Nibiru. Let me make sure it's showing up. Yeah, it's showing. Okay. Now, this is my own artworks, and I'm just basing it on what the Guardians say in Voyager's book. And it took me a while to make a lot of these pictures, but now I'm getting better at them. Snake looking, reptilian looking, always weird noses, black hair, aliens from other planet. Chicas Masur. Actually, I have a bigger one of this. If I can find it. I'll find it, but oh, here it is. Okay. Snake looking. Okay. We have Illuminati that were called Snake Brotherhood Kings in Atlantis. See the typical nose and then insectoid eyes, the reptilian snake features. This is what these beings, you can get an idea of what they really look like. These are the ones that don't look human looking. They're not going to blend in with us. Let me see. Just different ones that I have. You could see the snake features. And you know, these beings hate you. Okay? They hate humans. They hate God. They hate all life. Snake-looking creatures, man. Snake reptilian tendencies. And this is just inky. Let me look at. Oh, I haven't made Enlil yet or Marduk yet, but let me look at some of the Syrian Anunnaki. Syrian Anunnaki, Syrian. No, that's the wrong one. Sorry. So these beings will look more like us, but they're still going to look different or weird looking, right? And it says they have olive color skin. It doesn't mean they look totally like the Hulk or something, green skin. But you're going to get some ideas from some of these pictures. And there is females, by the way. And obviously in density 2, that's where some of these beings are coming from. They're going to have females. And you better believe they put down their females just like we put our females down. I just have a whole bunch of different pictures, and I just wanted to give a glimpse of what some of these creatures look like, or what they could look like. See that hook nose, you see different features, and of course they feel they're superior to us. So they will act like they're superior, and they will look like they're royalty and we're not, or they're better than us. So this is just some ideas and pictures just to get some idea. But I want to show you the PDF, so let me show you the PDF. And I'm getting better at those pictures and making my video animations. I'm just going to get better at it. I've only been doing it for a year and a half, but yeah. So let's bring up the PDF because it's showing you this on the screen. It looks like I already have it open. I'm opening up Voyagers 2. So let me pull that on the screen for you guys, but let me just double check chat. Thank you, Stardust Goddess. Okay, here's another one. I'll get him out of here. Yeah. So let's go to the PDF and show you some of the associations that might blow your mind. Some of my regulars here have already seen some of these things, but there's a lot of new people here. Of course, we have always new people. So let's show that. This is the book that's near me here, but in PDF. And let me find the intruder races. And look for the Anunnaki. Necromaton beetle people, they're not Anunnaki. Centaurs, obviously not. The Zeta Greys, no. Those are Seraphi races. Omicron, nope. Dracos, yeah, this is one of, no, that's not, that's reptilian. Reptilian. Ooh, here we go. Here's one of the Marduk Anunnakis who are actually Luciferian. And these races, all of these races are going to have Illuminati races on planet Earth. These Marduk Illuminati are called, and some of these are from Atlantis, of course. Alukum King, Beli Kadmon, Atalan King, Atlantean Leviathan. The Guardians call Illuminati races Leviathan. Also, there's some Babylonian, Sumerian, Vicurus King. That's Illuminati, which is, it tells you what it's mixed of. Druidic Magi mixed with Ilukum King. And Scandinavian Vikings. Whoa, isn't that interesting? And why do we have a bunch of Vikings on TV? A bunch of Viking series and shows. There certainly ain't serving the law of one. There's a bunch of dark concepts in those religions. Okay? And there's also the Hyksos King Illuminati line, Knights Templar, Freemason, Master Race, Leviathan Illuminati lines. Okay, here's what they're associated with. The Luciferian Covenant. Well, there's going to be more than one race besides Marduk who are part of the Luciferian Covenant from 10,000 years ago. This one doesn't talk about a lot of associations. So let's go to the Marduk Draymond Satane Anunnaki. Their Illuminati lines are Sathian kings. I don't know if I pronounce all these correctly. Utrian King Marduk, Babylonian, Chaldean, Akkadian King. You think Illuminati are from 1700s still? They're from Atlantis, baby. They're ancient. They've been coming here a lot longer than you think. And these ones, the Marduk Anunnaki, are associated with Egyptian Set schools. You know how many people think Enki's good, Enlil's good? Some people think Set is good. Some people think Thoth is good. These are all fallen angels, man, with negative agendas. And this book will even tell you what their agendas are. Like, this core agenda is satanic, draconian, the Omicron, the Orion Necromaton Black League. Does that sound positive? Okay, they infiltrated Middle Eastern Hebrew race, the Sumeria, Akkadian, Chaldean, Babylonian, Egyptian, Native American. Okay, they're associated with the Egyptians' Set skulls, the biblical Seth lineage, Necromaton, Satanic Bible, Satanism. This is what all these people are worshiping, man. They're worshiping these beings who bring in this dark shit in our world. The Islamic and Hebrew text distortions, so they mess with those religions. They brought us the concepts of KKK, the Russian psychic Rasputin. I don't know too much about that person or group, but they're related channeling. And they also talk about who they work with. So let's go to the next Anunnaki race, the Enlil Anunnaki race. They have their own Illuminati races. Iridan King, Atlantean, Sumerian, African, Leviathan, Illuminati lines, Beli Kadmon. Again, some of the other ones that were already mentioned. And these ETs, Anunnaki ETs, Enlil Anunnakis, are known for... it has something to do with the Neanderthals, and the primates, and who you think is who created us, by the way. You know, the scientists say we come from apes. Some of them do. This whole storyline of mining gold in Africa, bullshit. So they're part of the Luciferian rebellion. There's many different human tribes invasions that they did in Atlantis. Well, it tells you who they invaded right here. They invaded Egyptian, African, Akkadian, Greek, South American, Inca, Northwest Native Americans, Northwest French, English. You guys, they have messed with us for history. Look at this history lines, man. And you think we're only from Sumer still. You still give me this Billy Carson BS that it's because it's in the tablets of Sumer that you think this is all about, this is the only information you're getting about Anunnaki. Well, now today you're getting a hell of a lot of information about what these Anunnaki really are, what their Illuminati races are, what their associations are. Okay, and all the different invasions they have done to our different tribes. You know, you just mentioned some of the tribes that this race infiltrated and the belief systems. They brought us the Phoenix and the Falcon mystical schools. All you people into this occult Egyptian BS is fallen angelic stuff, man. They brought us Falcon shamanic traditions, Nubian, Mayan, Toltec, Olmec, Native American Falcon cults, and crocodile cults. Okay, there's raider races, kind of like, you know, how Vikings were raiders. Well, there's Gaul raiders in Europe, France, Britain, Knights Templar, Freemasons. Oh, some of you love the Freemasons and all these mystery schools and special societies. What are you really getting involved with? Some of you New Agers talking about the Council of Nine is a Nuberian council, an Anunnaki council of 9 and 12. Galactic Federation homies, Ashtar Command, not the good guys, and we're not even done. Let me check chat. Okay, wait a second. All right. So we have Cosmic Kev 2.0. Oh, you must be talking to someone else? Oh, Caroline. It's all fun and interesting, but shouldn't we move on from them instead of giving them power because they have been removed now? See, this is a distortion. This is exactly what we talk about in the New Age. Okay, Caroline? They haven't been removed. They're still active. Okay? They haven't left. They're still here. And this is what we talk about, the love, light, and clueless movement. Clueless because you say, oh, don't think about them. Don't worry about them. Don't talk about them. Would you tell your child that? 144 people online. Someone put that in chat. Would you tell your children not to be worried? You know, you wouldn't keep your children clueless to keep them safe. You want to tell them about the darkness in the world. There's no difference with this. You talk about the Anunnaki who haven't left. They're still here. And we don't just talk about fallen angels. Excuse me. I have 800 plus videos. We talk about Merkaba. We talk about Kundalini. We talk about Christ consciousness, unity consciousness. So we're not just focusing on the fallen angels. Look at my 800 plus videos. They're not all about the Anunnaki. But we talk about the Anunnaki because there's a lot of ignorance about the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki are still relevant. They're still here. They haven't gone nowhere. They still have their alien machinery here. They're still using it to interact with the humans on Earth, the human channelers. Okay, they actually are who the channelers are channeling. They're channeling the Anunnaki races. They're channeling the reptilian races. Okay, they're not talking to no saints or no ascended masters. Legitimate guardians and indigo adepts do not use the process of channeling. Channeling is risky. Channeling is dangerous for your DNA. Allowing some being, invocating some being into your fields, it's ridiculous nonsense that's going to cause you problems, not help you. We talk about these Anunnaki because they're very relevant, and it is your history hasn't been healed. We're healing the damage they've done. It's still happening. So you're going to get people like Caroline talking the mainstream New Age point of view, saying they left. They never left. They're still here. Machiwa. And the hybrids are here. I don't see you talking about the hybrids. The hybrids are walking amongst us. Do you even know the mechanics of the hybrids? How it works? How a soul essence goes into a hybrid body? How we have these Anunnaki hybrids, reptilian races in positions of power, in the elites, family lines. Have the elites gone anywhere? Have they left? They're still here. They're still influencing humans. And they're still, obviously, you proved it right there, why we still need to talk about them. And if you don't resonate, you're welcome to move on and go check out your New Age teachings about Anunnaki. Machiwa. And I just got through telling you all the things they're influencing. And we're not even done showing you what the things that the Anunnaki are doing. You're not getting this from Zachariah Ascension. You're not going to get this from Lena Danon. You're not going to get this from New Age. So another fake account removed. All right, so 144 people online. What's up, homies? Let's go back to the PDF to show you some of the other things that the Anunnaki have done. And still doing. These are incredibly relevant things that these beings have done. If they have messed with us, we need to know. We need to know that they made distortions in the Lemurian, Atlantean, and Emerald Covenant CD plate teachings. They did it in just Jesus' time. They did it in France. They did it in ancient Egypt. They did it in Atlantis. They did it in Lemuria. These Anunnaki, remember, this is the Jehovah's Anunnaki. They have done Christian text distortions. Very relevant. This is why we still talk about the Anunnaki. Okay? The Rantia book. Something that they fabricated. It talks about things they've changed, but it also talks about things they came up with. The Mormon text, hello, that's a Templar Melchizedek religion. Mormon text, I'm pretty sure Scientology is part of that. These Anunnaki, and there's billions of people following Yahweh. And Caroline wants you just to move on, right? So here we are. They created your Yahweh God. They created your Jehovah God. They created the Jehovah God stories, the false 12-tribe history in Hebrew and Christian text. Okay? This is why we still talk about the Anunnaki. We don't move on when there's all these issues. They promote Metatron. Okay? This is very relevant in what's happening now. A lot of people are worshiping Archangel Michael, Metatron, and other beings like Enoch, like Thoth, Archangel Michael, and Tibetan creeds. You have never heard this in New Age. You don't hear people talking about the distortions in Kabbalah and Hebrew distortions in their text. They even inverted the tree of life. Now you're practicing following the false tree of life, the artificial tree of life, the tree of death. They removed 6 letters of the Hebrew language, which causes all kinds of problems and distortions. They created these are the beings who are running Galactic Federation, Ashtar Command, and Nibirian councils. They're the ones who are made up the Courses in Miracles channeling. They're the same beings who are involved with Thoth, Isis, Merlin, Archangel Michael teachings, which is happening now today. People are praising all of these beings, man, worshiping and saying how good they are. Here's another Anunnaki race. They have their own Illuminati races. Notice the Bruja, Atlantis, Atlan kings, the Lohas, Atlantis, Saxon kings, and I watched a lot of those Viking shows, and they talk about the Saxons. Hello, there's a whole race of Anunnaki there, right there. Okay, Celtic, Druidic, Magi raids. Okay, so Knights, Templar, Freemason, Master race. You know, this is where you're getting it from. But these beings also messed with Christian teachings. They're the ones who brought you Isis mystical skulls, Pleiadian channeling. I am channeling the Pleiadians. No, you're not. You're you're channeling Luciferians. Not nice, not friendly. Don't mention they're also doing UFO contacts, or abducting people. These Luciferian Pleiadian Anunnaki work with the Inky Anunnaki and the Enlil and Marduk Anunnaki. This is where you get the ancient Olympian gods. Remember, I've told you so many times, there's no such thing as plural gods. Who are these gods, really? Olympian gods, Greek gods, Roman gods, Egyptian gods, Hindu gods, Chinese gods. What are they? They're freaking negative dark beings. They're the same beings running Galactic Federation, Ashtar Command, and so we can go on and on and on. Here's the Tothinki. OMG, look at what they're associated with. Those are the snake ones I told you about. They're a dominant force in the Illuminati. They brought you the Greek Hermes, Trismegistus. That's where Thoth and Inky is coming from. They're involved heavily in Greek and Roman, Julius Caesar. Once again, the Olympian gods, not gods, false gods. Same beings saying they created you. This is where you're getting the spiritual being called Quetzalcoatl. This is distortions in the Mayan calendar. So many people are counting on the Nibirian distorted Mayan calendar. Why do you think it didn't pan like you thought it was going to happen in 2012, I mean. Okay? They also messed with the Julian calendar. Egyptian, Assyrius, Isis, mystical skulls. So many people love Isis, Horus, and Osiris. Okay? The Emerald Tablets, they were based on the Emerald Covenant. It was stolen by Thoth. You see it right here, and I've made videos about this. This was a long, long time ago, but at least now you get a year for it. It happened in 22,000 BC. This is where you're getting the Brotherhood of the Snake. This is where you're getting an Indigo massacre that happened around that same period. And you think they're your friends when they're murdering Indigos and Guardians. They're massacring them. Because we're bringing in the Emerald Covenant teachings, So they need to murder you or to take your teachings and distort them. Demonize your teachings. Demonize you. Okay? They're the ones that brought you Thoth. They're the ones that brought you Lord Melchizedek and any other related channel context. They brought us Christian Protestant distortions. This is where you're getting the famous Osiris, Isis, Horus, Egyptian schools. Man, it goes on and on and on. That's enough. This is an example of what we're dealing with. Throughout history, as you can see, from ancient Egypt to ancient Atlantis, ancient Egypt, Rome, Greece, the Hindus, the Chinese, Russians, Mayans, Incan, Toltecs, Olmecs. Man, they have effed with us and effed with us. They're still effing with us, Caroline. All you New Agers out there, they haven't gone. They're still relevant. They're still mainstream. These are fallen angelic races. They're not going to stop until they accomplish their goal. All this BS about, they were kicked out of here by the councils. They are the councils. Council of 9, Council of 12, they didn't kick out nobody. They're still here. There's still underground bases. There's still UFOs. There's still clues. But you go ahead and be clueless. Love, light, and clueless. It's a movement. It's a literal movement, just like the New Age movement and the UFO movement. They're movements. Not created by humans. Created by fallen angels with dark negative agendas. Negative alien agendas. Not our agendas. And we show you very clearly who made it us. Was no Anunnaki. Okay? The skin colors did not come from the Anunnaki. We got the black skin color, the white skin color, the red, yellow, brown. They're coming from the star seeds. I already mentioned that. Brown skin is coming from a starseed race called Urantrian. A lot of yellow skin races, like Asian races, are coming from Melchizedek starseed. The black skin races are coming from Uniseti. Okay? Why? Isn't it weird that there's different human races here, different color skin tones? Why? Because of alien races. Part of the 12 tribes, not the Israel tribes. The 12 human and starseed tribes. Earthseed, starseed tribes. That is where you get your skin colors. So this whole BS that Anunnaki created us, or Anunnaki made the... See, first of all, you're not even talking about which Anunnaki. You just have this blanket term, the Anunnaki. You don't know there's Sumerian Anunnaki, Inky Anunnaki, which one? So you say Inky made you, or the Inky Anunnaki made you. They're saying in the New Age that they made black people and they made Latinos. And I'm being accused as being schizophrenic. What do you think that is, right? Like, you'll get some really aggressive people saying, Inky's my god. They made me in my race. You're all part of the human race. Black people, white people, Latino people, Asian people, red-skinned people. You're all part of the human race, Vatos. We have different races because we are a hybrid. Human beings are 12 different races. This is why human beings have brown skin, red skin, blue skin, purple skin. This is why we have different skin tones. It's not normal on a planet to have different races, different skin tones. It's not normal. Our planet is a hybridization planet. Our planet is a genetic planet. We're using this planet to create a hybrid, a super hybrid. And guess what? These Anunnakis come on in. The reptilians come on in. 1 million years ago, 10 million years ago, they come in and they F with us. They F with our spiritual beliefs. You saw it. You saw it. Here, I showed you on the screen. They are coming in these different time periods, effing with our teachings, effing with our DNA. They're geneticists. They know how to mess with us. They've been messing with the Guardian project of hybridization. They don't want us to hybridize. They don't want us to awaken our higher consciousness. They don't want us to know the truth about who really created us. So they create these false narratives. Now people are following the false narratives. These Anunnaki created those narratives. Now you're worshiping them. Now you're giving them energy. Now you're like following their agenda. Now you're following Phantom. Now you're following fallen angels. Now you're following the creeds, the false creeds. I should put it up on the screen for you. The false creeds of fear, guilt, shame, subservience, blind worship, devalue women. That came from them. They're trying to put down the divine feminine. And you're meant to just blindly worship. Grovel, put your face to the ground, get on your knees. No, these teachings teach you to get off your knees, stand up. That's not your heritage. These are not your people. We come from the stars. We come from another planet, another system, another dimension. They didn't create us. That's BS. You transmute that. These guardians, the Emerald Order guardians, the guardian angelic nations, are reminding us of our true forbidden history, our true heritage, our true capability, our true potential, that inner Christ, that inner God spark. No, the fallen angels will tell you you're not part of God. They'll say you're separate from God. Wow. They're going to say that God's angry. They're going to say God judges you to a lake of fire unless you do this or this or this or that. It is the fallen beings, the negative beings, the dark beings who are about sacrifice, Jehovah God, Allah God, sacrifice, death, desolation, destruction. Doesn't matter if you're a man, woman, child, or animal. They will take you out. It's about that. This is you see the difference or no? You don't see the difference. You think they're helping you. They're not helping you. But people are going to keep on saying that. They're going to keep on praising them. They're going to keep on defending them. Okay? Inky's my God. Inky is good. Thoth is good. They brought us divine teachings. Sorry you guys have to deal with trolls. Wow, all the chat was... Yes, you said it, Celine. We're all God. And these beings will tell you you're not. You put boundaries on people like that in your life. Matthew, thank you for sharing, Holy One. Bless you. The more people hear this message, the better, right? You guys get it. A lot of you get it. I am all. We are one. It's okay, Zoto, if you're late. You're here. Machua. Anu? Rape? Also, yeah. Yeah, these beings are kidnapped. They rape. These beings are not better than humans. They're worse than humans. The ones claiming to be gods, look how horrible they are. Look at the horrible, despicable things they do. And you'll get Bible thumpers defending this all day long. They'll be defending, oh, humans deserve it. Where is that message coming from? Yes, we're not perfect. We do messed up things. We're still floating around 144, huh? Yeah. Because we've been distorted. It's distortion down here. Now we're following distorted principles. Now we're becoming just like them. Now there's people judging other people now. Now there's people saying that you're separate from God now. Now there's people creating wars in the name of their pissed off, angry God. Holy wars. They're calling him holy. You know, you tell people, you remind religious Bible thumpers about the Passover. And they say, yeah, because God needed to punish the Egyptians. God needed to do this and do that. The fake God does that. The real God is unconditionally loving, does not judge you. Fake gods judge you. Okay, demonic, fallen angelic beings judge you. Not the creator God who created life, who created you, who created all things, who is based on unconditional love. Thank goodness that the creator God is based on love. You don't have a loving being when it's murdering and torturing. Jesus was tortured, yes. Jesus was sacrificed, yes. God doesn't take out life. God gives life. The fake beings, the phantom beings, the reverse consciousness is the one who takes, who sacrifices, who tortures. It's all blood ritual, blood sacrifice. This is a sacrifice. It's dark, man. It's not life. It's not pro-life. It's not pro-God. This is against God. This is called anti-Christos, sacrifice and blood and torture. It's the wrong message. They put it in a 2,000-year book, and you think there's no distortion there. And you also think it's not possible this book was never edited or never changed. You don't think things were taken out and things were put in? It's so ancient book, and you think it's pure. Not to mention you have all these versions of the Bible. And notice you're worshiping the Jewish God. The Hebrew God. That's who Jehovah is. That's who Father God is. That's who Yahweh is. Are you Jewish? Are you Egyptian? Are you following Egyptian gods? Are you Viking? Why are you following Osiris? Okay? These are cultural gods. These are Roman gods, Greek gods, different cultures, different races, different alien beings. Men, you just saw in the text Quetzalcoatl. Okay? Everyone thinks Native Americans have pure, beautiful spirituality. The Mayans had cool, blessed spirituality. You realize they're not practicing law of one. They're not about unity. They're not about Christ consciousness. They're about subservience. They're about worshiping. They're about giving. Okay? Taking. Consuming. Wow. You get mixed truths. Half-truths. Not the full truth. You're getting some truth. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want partial truths. If you're an awakening person, like going through a spiritual awakening, you're starting to experience ascension symptoms, you're awakening to truth. You're hearing it right now. And maybe it doesn't match what you've been learning about the Anunnaki. But this should make you think, you guys. Okay? Because those ideas out there are out there to trick you, to mislead you, to disempower you. These beings will pretend to be good. Just like Thoth did. Just like Archangel Michael. They pretend to be good. Okay? And now you're following a distortion. Now you are following, like religious people are now following, instead of the original spiritual teachings, now you're following the Anu Melchizedek version, the patriarchal God version, where they put down women and it's all about Jesus and the Father. That's part of the gender. Where's the other part? If there's a male, that implies there's a female. That's what a pronoun is. You're making God a pronoun. Huh? It never occurred to you that there's just two dudes, no women. I guess not. Just swinging. God's not a male swinging. God has no junk. God's not a boy. God is androgynous. Doesn't have sexuality. Gender is a temporary experience. We showed you the dimensions. We showed you the matter density. Eventually, you will no longer be going through gender. And it doesn't even take long. By the time you get to density 3, you're no longer an individual. You're no longer a pronoun. God's not limited to being a pronoun. Sorry. Yahweh, Father God, you're so, but then people take the opposite stance. They'll be worshiping instead of a god, a goddess. They think God's feminine, magnetic, and you're forgetting about the rest of it, God. The answer to patriarchy is not matriarchy. Patriarchy is men club. Matriarchy is women club. All of you, I see so many New Agers having their women-only groups. They're men-only groups. You're polarizing yourself. You're polarizing your communities. It's not about female only or male only. It's about both. It's about all. There's obviously purposes for certain women only, but when it comes to spirituality, this is not a men or women thing. God is not a pronoun, but this is what the Anunnaki brought to us. These teachings will teach you how the Anunnaki brought in the sexist patriarchy. It's not natural to have a patriarchy or a matriarchy. But we're so comfortable with it and so used to having a male god or female goddess. When the Guardians don't even use the word God, they call it unici. They consider God a unified field, an energy field, a consciousness field, not something you imagine in a body. God is beyond body form. God is beyond physicality. But these Anunnaki fallen angels don't want you to be focusing on something in the external. These Anunnaki are bringing you teachings to make you look out here instead of going inside here. They demonize you going inside here. You don't believe me? Look how people react. People trigger when you say, I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. They will trigger. They don't think, they don't like you saying those things. They trigger to it. You're not God. We're all God, including you, including me, including them, including us, they, I am God. All are creator. All are within the unified field. We are expressions of God. It is God who is expressing a life face version of itself. And so, but these beings are using the concept of God as a control. Now they're trying to package it and make it so it's out here. But there is nothing out here. You forgot that you're a spirit having a human experience, not the other way around. You're not some lowly human trying to obtain spirituality. You already are. You didn't start back in the past. You come from the future, baby. You come from a glorified, you would say, maybe that's the wrong word, a perfected version. We started as perfect versions. You didn't start as an ape. You didn't start as pond scum. You didn't start from a Big Bang. Where did the Big Bang come from? What energy created the Big Bang? You just think it was just a Big Bang. Or we're from monkeys. No, honey. Monkeys, actually Neanderthals, Homo sapien, Cro-Magnums, they came after us, not before us. You see how science and religion are distorted, meant to disempower you. These beings want you to worship a male god. You're worshiping them and their ideals. It's a distortion meant to disempower humans. Get off your knees, humans. Machiwa. Nikki B said it. Omni love, baby. Yeah, Jonathan said it. You are priceless. But they're trying to turn you into a divine aspect of God into a lowly, inferior, sinful human. They want you to feel lowly. And now people are. They're groveling and worshiping. Now you feel lowly. Okay? Like I said, we're not perfect down here, but there's reasons why we have distortions. It's about distortion, not about sin. Okay? We can have dark thoughts. It's not sin thoughts. Sin because of some woman who now you all suffer forever because of some woman ate an apple. It is the most ridiculous idea. Now the human race is tainted because of an apple. You see what I'm saying? They disobeyed God and ate an apple, and now you're going to be going towards the lake of fire now unless you accept a Messiah, unless you accept sacrifice and torture and crucifixion. There is no death and sacrifice. There is, what are you talking about? Because some bitch ate an apple, and now you're going to suffer. Your soul is in bondage now. Because of what someone else did, apparently. No, I don't think so, honey. You don't base your karma on what someone else did. Okay, you have karma because of things that you did. You have to be responsible for your own sewage, for your own garbage. Okay, you're not taking on someone else's shit. You got enough of your own. Okay, and you also don't need a savior. You don't need any middleman to God. God never left you. You never were separate from God. You can't be. You can't go outside of Creator God. But that's what religions say. You're separate. You're a Christian. You believe that, well, you're separate from God unless you have salvation. You have to be saved. BS. The Guardians do not, let me show you. Because a lot of people think I'm making this up. In the Voyagers books. I was gonna fast today, but I feel kind of hungry. So maybe I won't fast, but Okay, this is in the teachings. I just want to show you on the screen. Because some people are thinking I'm making this all up. So if they see it, it might have more value. When it comes to Jesus and the crucifixion, okay, the Guardians, they do not teach that God was a male authority figure who passed judgment upon sinful, inferior humans. They did not teach that the male gender was formed in an image of God and the female was a lesser part extracted through the godly male. Why? To hold a position of subservience to men. The original Templar Creed did not endorse also the exploitation of plants and animals and the mineral kingdoms. You better believe these kingdoms are being highly exploited for the purpose of, well, you're eating them, so sustenance, and also for material gain. It taught, the original Guardian teachings taught respect and reverence for all life. The original teachings did not teach of a good and evil. It taught that evil deeds, because that's where the sin concept is, that we're sinful and we're evil unless we do this. It taught that evil deeds are the result of ignorance to the true structure of the universe, and that evil was cured by education through the law of one. It taught that peoples were created to be free, and in that freedom should be taught how to become co-creators with the God force. It taught that every being in the universe was an individual face and expression of God. I just mentioned that earlier, and that brotherhood was simply the rational result of this comprehension. Not how they're using brotherhood in New Age or in religion. So, and this is what I meant about the Anu Melchizedeks, who brought in this sexist patriarchal creed. They say it so beautifully, man. I love the Guardian teachings. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And anyways, yeah, someone's having a party. That's why you can hear some background noise. Sorry about that. Bless all of my homeboys, homegirls. What's up? What's up? How's chat doing tonight? Sorry if there's still trollers. The person is bored in their life, I guess. You are a co-creator, Robin Kirk. You said it, Claudia. Thank you for sharing. Hulk smash that like button, homies. Okay, so I don't usually do this, but I'm considered doing it for this live. Does anyone want to get lit? If you want to get lit, please write a fire emoji in chat, and then we'll get lit together. HV again! In the same night? Machi was Star Sister, give me a hug. Yeah. Woohoo! Bless you, sister. You're awesome. Some of you, I wish we could just meet in person someday, right? Sarah Holder wants to get lit. Celine wants to get lit. My sisters want to get lit. Mr. Mandizum wants to get lit. Eliza Sparks said it. In the name of the Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order, Holy Order of the Unisai, Sacred House of One. I love it when you guys speak Guardian, man. Yeah, baby, what's up? Kuzra wants to get... Okay. Give me 15 seconds to get the medicine, the wacky tobacco, mochiwa. Woohoo! Party time! It's party time, man! Yeah. So, we're still talking about the Anunnaki, but we're just going to do it while we're lit. You said it, Celine. Well, maybe you could go to the drum circle and meet. I'm really not interested in going to Vegas and hanging out, right? But if you want to go to the drum circle, yeah. But the only person I've really met in real life was Starman. And that's because he lived in Tucson, and I had lived in Tucson. A little alien. And I talked to Starman. He's fine. I just wanted to let you know that, wait. I don't have my close-up glasses, but I can do this without the close-up glasses. Yeah. So, all I know is, you guys, that it's true, man. When I smoke, usually it's like just to meditate. I mean, when I feel like going into a space of expansion, this is something that helps. It's not required, but it's something that boosts you temporarily, right? And so I always recommend that people explore, even once in your life. Why not try some plant medicine? There's all kinds, Besides this, I mean, there's mushroom, there's Aya, there's San Pedro, which is a cactus medicine. There's Rapé. Yeah, I can barely see without my glasses, but... There's DMT. I've tried them all. The only one I haven't tried is LS and the letter D. I haven't tried that. Charge with your transmission hand. You have a chakra in the middle of your palm, and you have fingertip chakra. You have all kinds of chakra. Minor chakra. Behind your knees, the bottom of your feet. And so we become masters of energy. We explore it. There's 111 likes. Is that another confirmation from Spirit? Thank you, Holy Ones. 111 likes. And people judge me if I smoke. And I expect judgment. But it doesn't ruin my day. People don't live in their Christ consciousness. People are not living in unity. I want to. I want to have friends that are. I can be several inches away and I can feel it in my palm chakra. Let's get lit together and talk about the Anunnaki. They're aliens, not gods. Just think about that. The concept of God is distorted. God is a universal field of consciousness, but the aliens want to create gods as a form of external manipulation. They call themselves gods. Now you're worshiping them. What do you think praying to one of these beings, loving these beings, being subservient to these beings, you're feeding them. It's coming in and you're just feeding them. And in the occult, they talk about this interesting concept. It's called the egregore. Egregore. Egregore is a group mind, a group like mind that's interested in a specific thing. So this whole religion worship thing, now you're a group egregore. You're a group energy that is sending energy. So as a group, you're even bigger. Why do you think religions are so powerful? Because now you're in a group egregore. And you're sending collectively, as a collective, prayers. Money, in the churches you give money, hopes, you're reliant on this being. You're not taking responsibility for yourself. Now you're asking for help. You're not giving your own help. You're not helping yourself. So, I feel it in my head, spreading out, my forehead. I feel my crown. I feel my hand chakra, my chest. Everything's lighting up. This is why we call it get lit, or at least that's why I call it get lit. Get lit up. We're getting lit up, lighting up. Now, if you're not spiritual, you're just a troll, well, what are you doing here? Those of you who are spiritual, get lit, or has to do with light, has to do with the energy, frequency. Bring in the energy, bring in the frequency. Bring it in, holy ones. Now I can experience the medicine as an expansion. I can describe this medicine as an expansion of your base level. Okay? So you're aware of other realities. At the same time I'm talking to you, I can sense other levels of creation. They're not invisible. You just don't have the DNA yet. You haven't made the awakening yet. You haven't gone on a spiritual journey. You think this is all BS. That's your choice. Literally, that is your choice. You're choosing to be ignorant of creation. So we're bringing in code to help remind you of what you're part of. This is why I call you holy ones. I address all people, even someone who just left a shitty comment on one of my videos. I still say hello, holy one, and respond according to the, as best as I can. I'm not perfect either. So you realize that as a guardian, you guys consider yourselves light. Well, just realize you're going to have to put up with some low vibe energies trying to attack you or trying to attach to you, trying to feed off you. You're literally the energy they need to consume. These dark beings are finite, and they no longer are connected to this flow of life force energy. They don't have their chakra. They're in a state of phantom. And in phantom, they're finite. That means they're in self-destruction mode. They will keep getting less DNA, less DNA, less DNA. You're de-evolving. You're going backwards. Even if you think you're some spiritual badass, and you're going through all this dark tendencies, you choose to be dark. You choose to be vampiric. You choose to hate. You choose to argue. You choose to put people in fear. You choose to be aggressive. It's a choice, man. So now there you are, you're a phantom being. You're behaving like phantom. You're falling into phantom. You're becoming phantom. You speak the words of phantom, now you're doing the deeds of phantom. Fallen angels, demonic beings. Beings that consume, take, devour life. And you're pro-life. You're pro-God. You're if you understood Christos, Christ, you're pro-Christos. You're pro-Christ. And there's beings who are attacking it. So, holy ones, you're here for a reason. If you resonate as being a starseed, an indigo child, raise your hand. Then this is your duty. You're meant to expose darkness. How do you think the darkness goes away? By you shining light on it. Shine light on the darkness. It's self-destructing itself. It's on its way towards unconscious oblivion. What a choice. That's what you choose consciously? No, thank you. I will use my free will and remind myself, let's say it together, Holy Ones. It's one of our affirmations. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. Bless you. You are Holy Ones. You just forgot that. And it's not coming from a space of ego. That's a space of unconditional love. Loving all. Omni-love. With the all-present, omnipresent creator. God includes everything. God is great. And God includes even the fallen angels. It's within God. It's a part of God. In a hologram. In the hologram, God gave this intention to learn itself, to grow and expand. God is always, every second, expanding. Think about you. You're just one of billions, but how many of all the life are you? The number is incomprehensible. And you're part of that. You're part of that unified field, the field of all, the field of everything. It's the concept of everything. That is what is God. Everything. God is everything. You can't go outside the everything, Holy One, even if you fall. In the context of creation, you're in a place called a hologram field. It's called the 15-dimensional time matrix. And so in this hologram time matrix, God can express darkness. But outside of this, there is no darkness. It is pure divine love. There is no distortion. There is no negative emotions like fear, anger, judgment. This is all low vibration, but it's being worshipped as sacred, as God. When it's a distortion of Creator God, do you want the distortion or do you want the real God? The real God does not judge, is not angry. The real God is blessed and beautifully, resonating with love. Just pure love, pure grace. This divine sacred being is not judging anything. It's unconditionally loving all. And how could a loving being judge a being, make a being suffer, or think it's less, or what? That's a false God. That's a fake God. That's a imposter God. Anger. Are you kidding me? I'm asking you, what's wrong? Why would you think God is angry? Why would you think God would murder children, man? This what this God did. It's not Creator God. There's only one Creator, and that's not it. The one and only true God, blessed God, holy God, because there is holographic dark gods, but not beyond the hologram. You could say it's like virtual worlds, not the real, but there is no such thing as a fake God or fake reality. It's all part of consciousness. It's all alive. You can't say, you have such a shallow, small thinking that animals are separate than you. Or you're separate from a subatomic particle. You're all part of the same thing. You're all part of what is God. What is God? God is all. Not some, not a part. When you say the word God, God. Everything. Including axe murderers. Including rapists. God is all this because the word all means all. Because some people make an exception to all, but there is no exception to when you say all. Don't you get it yet? God is everything. That's the end of the discussion. There's no opinion on that. If you don't believe that, then you don't believe there's something called God. Okay, atheist. There is no God. Okay, so what came before this? Does something design this? It didn't spring from nothing. Nothing comes from nothing. Because nothing is nothing. So nothing comes from nothing. What are you talking about? What are you thinking? God's not in non-believers. Non-believers, Gentiles, are going to hell. Hello, Atlantis, Anunnaki, reptilians, our dark brothers and sisters. Sup, Anti-Christos? What are you up to? I am light. I am God of Omni-Christos God, Inner Christos God, your identity as the one. You are all chosen ones. There isn't chosen ones. We're all chosen. God is everything. Didn't you just get it? I told you, God is everything. Even a ladybug, a potato bug, a plant, some poop. Everything is God. Not just nice stuff, all stuff. Because if, for example, you killed someone, like with malice, did you stop being God? How? Explain that. How would the God of everything just stop being something? It's still God and it's still everything. It's not. Don't overwork it. It's not complicated. You can teach a child. So teach a child. Teach your child that God is everything. You see that? Yes. You see that right there? Yes. Do you see that person? Yeah. Well, everyone is God. See? You can teach a kid. So, all are God. One spirit, one God, one, person, one being, or everything. God is amazing, and this is what we gravitate to as light. We want to have more of God, like memory of God, because it's all about just becoming aware of who you are and seeing that, experiencing that direct experience with Creator God, Source God. We're all part of that source, and every one of us can have an experience with Source. God is love, you guys. Connect to God by bringing love into your life, because that is what God is. If you want to be close to Creator God, you want to open up to God, you want to experience God, more of it, then align yourself with love. And the most divine love is called omni-love. Love everything. And that is based on knowing that everything is part of the unified field. So, all are God. But if you're still stuck in 3D, you think that is blasphemy. You think that is ridiculous. That's not God. That's not God. No, that's God. What? You're saying that only that's God, but you just said God's omnipresent. Now you're saying, oh no, God's not omnipresent because God's only that. No. You see, this is a difference between religion and spirituality that sees everything made of consciousness, made of spirit, made of the mind of God, the thoughts of God. That's what you are. We're all the thoughts, the creations of Creator. This is Creator creating. You are an expression of that. We're all part of that field. You couldn't be separate from it. You're all God. Fatos. What's up? I am God. We are God. You're God. I'm God. We're all God. I am God. See? You say that not from arrogance. You say that because you realize that context of Creator, of creation. You actually learn it in these teachings. And here's another book. Right here, look. Wow, check that one out too, man. And this one seems to be more simple. Angelic Realities by Ashana Dean. Notice it doesn't say Iasha. Bless you. Machiwa. Ashana Dean, not Iasha. Bless you, Holy Ones. What's up? Thank you for being here in my live where we talk about the real Christos, Christ, the real God, because there are fake gods and Christs. There was more than one Jesus, by the way, but that's not what the Christos, the Christ we're talking about. Jesus was one of the Christ. The human race have 12 strands of DNA, homies. That's called angelic human. Maybe we're not angelic down here in 3D Earth, but up there, 5D Tara. Man, we are angelic, homies. What's up? I see you. Namaste. I see God in you. Holy Ones. Recognize all as sacred, as holy. Even if they're dark, you know it's still part of the holy being that we call God. How could it be evil? How could God be evil? Because you know we're all God. See, that's what trips you out. You're like, no, what? You don't get it. That all are God. And you trip out and trigger and stuff and be negative and stuff. Yeah, man. If the whole planet awakened, you wouldn't have this anymore. It wouldn't exist anymore. But now, we're in the spiritual war, homies, between the human, alliance, guardian alliance, the human guardian alliance, homeboys, homegirls, not Galactic Federation. Understand the difference. Understand who's behind the Galactic Federation is these fallen angelic Anunnaki. I know you're tripping out, but hey, this is a show based on that inner Christos, that inner God, that multidimensional identity. You see yourself as a soul collective. You can see yourself as an oversoul collective, also known as angel and archangel level, because you're human. One day you'll be an astral being in an astral body. And one day you'll be in an archetype mind and body. Then you'll be in a celestial, angelic body, mind. But you keep on evolving. Angels are just one of those levels. These are souls and oversouls, bigger collectives than we are in 3D. We're a 12 tribe in our immediate family, but then we become 144. So you have 144 souls, Holy Ones. 144. We saw that tonight. Yes? We talked about it in chat. 144. Are you one of the 144,000? What's up? I know some of you think I'm just crazy. I did take wacky tobacco. That's all it is, green tobacco. But it's beautiful. It feels great. I love it. And I love you. I love you, Holy Ones. We do this with love. Come on. Love all. Practice it. I know it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. But it's definitely worth obtaining. So keep on fighting for omni love in your life. Omni love. And if something's really affecting you, put a boundary on it. Remember the affirmation, I am God, I am sovereign, I am free. Empower yourself with that affirmation. Say it 3 times. I am God, I am sovereign, and I am free. And then you'll get used to seeing that, and you develop this through resonance, you guys, by repetition. You do it over and over and over. You're developing a repetition and a connection to that literal manifestation. And so bless all of you. Start manifesting. Start claiming to yourself what you're going to manifest into this world. Plan for it. Put energy there. Put awareness there. Manifest. You take thought into matter. You bring it physical. Right? You bring it from your desire, from your spiritual will. And so your spirit is bringing something physical in this reality. We think of something as physical. But not everybody does that. Not everybody is trying to manifest. Not everybody is aware, mindful, in the presence, and bringing something from thought to reality. I mean, we all do part of that naturally, because we're all thinkers. We're all thinking. It is our thoughts that are driving our hologram experience. You're in total complete control, but you're not always aware of that. So you become aware of that so you can go into a higher self. We talk a lot about the higher self on this channel. It's a multi-dimensional experience, and you are starting to awaken your DNA, so your awareness of your whole self, of energy fields, and it's, you see these worlds at those dimensions. Like, this will change because you're shifting to a higher dimension, even if it's temporarily, or how many seconds you're going to be in that state, that lucidness, this powerful transcendent experience. Some of you are going to experience the paranormal, the supernatural. Don't be afraid of that. You're not going to be naive either. You're going to learn how to protect yourself, Holy Ones. Learn your Christ shield, your Maharat Christos Maharata seal. Learn how to seal your energies, protect yourself, energetically speaking, right? You want to know how to do this practice. It just takes repetition. And that's how we do our Merkaba as well. And we'll be learning that too in Kathara. It's available to anyone who's interested in learning Kathara. Why haven't you learned Kathara? You better be studying Kathara. Bless you. It's awesome that I can have... It was a good show talking about the Anunnaki, and it's also cool to have this shift on the show. It just feels good. And so I won't do it. Don't worry, I won't do this all the time. As you can see, I don't. I used to, but I don't now. Bless all of you. I prefer just to be sober most of the time now, but not always. To me, it's not about being sober. To me, it's about shifting into a higher dimensional level, which some people are just really ignorant about it. They have no idea what I'm doing is I'm bringing in part of my soul consciousness through the show. It's not channeling. I can even speak light language anytime I want to. I mean, right now, all right? But it's an experience of your higher self. I'm perceiving my higher self as Anuhazi. That part of me can connect. Like, I can perceive that now, when I normally wouldn't be aware of it. But that awareness just got boosted. It just got lit. You just got lit. So you went beyond for even 20 minutes or an hour or whatever. It's like, whoa, you'll experience higher reality fields, because the only explanation is that you're activating your dormant parts. There's a spike of a frequency, of a spike of awareness. Like you just got a sudden boost in your awareness, and you saw other versions of you, but it's kind of like a collage of versions of you, like an averaging of your multidimensional selves. And so this is something that, we have all these capabilities within us, and these all these spiritual conspiracy theories, well, there's distortion in New Age. They simply want to disempower you and give you a false narrative, give you a false history line. And so, and they trick you, and now you're like, freaking, dude, it's like, you're acting just like they are now, people. It's a low vibration. It's like a red flag. It's an indicator. You could just see it. The fallen angelic energy is against your experience, your hologram experience. It's a parasite. It's a vampire. It's going to siphon you. It's going to feed off you. It's going to do what it can to feed off you. It becomes an expert at it in order to survive. They need to feed off of other people. And so this is a technology of phantom beings needing to feed off the living system. Religion. It wasn't always like that. But that's what they were twisted into. In these teachings, you learn that the actual real Jesus is the one who wrote the Bible but they didn't call it the Bible. But it's the original Christian teachings, though, Christos. And so, which teaches you about your inner Christos. That goes back to the law of one. We're all part of this 12-strand human DNA, which is the Christ level. The Christos level is 12th dimension. That's 12 strands of DNA, 12 dimensions of earth seeds and star seeds. Well, you're a spiritual badass, humans. This is why we're the new guardians. Human race was created to be the new guardians. I know that sounds ridiculous because of this movie called Guardians of the Galaxy. In reality, 111 people online right now. Someone put that in chat. I know, Guardians of the Galaxy, that silly movie, right? But it's a cool movie. I mean, it entertained me, but yeah, man. So, Guardians of the Galaxy. You're actually greater than the galaxy. You're another dimension. So you're guardians of the universe, not just the galaxy. And Earth is one of the freaking universal stargates, man. So there's only 12 of those universal stargates, and this is why the Kabbalah is a distortion. Remember, it was even mentioned earlier tonight how some of these Anunnaki races have distorted some of these teachings. And so, 1,000 views, man. What's up, homeboys, homegirls? Welcome to the Anunnaki narrative. Inner Christos style. 111 vatos, you said it. I mean, would you want to meet an Anunnaki? Write it in the comments. If you just realize that there's some hybrid Anunnaki here. And don't forget about the indigo children type 3s who got a Nephilim Anunnaki soul essence in their soul, in their body, with their soul. So 2 souls in one body. It's an arrangement with a Nephilim Anunnaki. Okay, if we're going to talk about Anunnaki, we're going to talk about the Nephilim, Elohim. The Elohim are the ones who created this Jehovian Anunnaki, aka Yahweh, Jehovah, fallen angel, Anunnaki race. Bipedal dolphin people, by the way. Sup? That's the Jehovian seal, vatos. Coming from Metatron. The Metatron. Not to mention the Giovanni. So Metatron is actually a smaller family in the... Wow. Giovanni, man. Giovanni is the larger group. And so inside that, you have Metatron. And out of Metatron came Anu Elohim. So it's actually is a high-level being, but a fallen being. And just like there's the false tree of life out there with the false reverse teachings of Juvelo Melchizedek, that brother, remember, was all about Thoth and his physical visits by Thoth, according to him. So Thoth is a fallen angelic. Of course, people will disagree, and they're welcome to disagree. Bless you. These are from this point of view. Oh, put it down for a second. These Voyagers 1, Voyagers 2, and Angelic Realities by our star sister, Speaker 1, Ashana Dean. But she got remarried, so she calls herself Yasha. So bless our sister, Ashana Dean, Yasha. So happy that we, through her work and through her effort, we're able to have access to these teachings, right? So we can all benefit from these teachings. And yeah, I know there's people strongly against, like our friend earlier, saying that the Anunnaki were kicked out of here or something. They're heavily involved. And so that's not something you just be clueless about. We have to know. I don't know about you, but I want to know. Right? Don't you want to know? Don't you have those burning questions about, deep questions? What is my mission on life? What is God? What is really the Anunnaki? You're searching. You're trying to bring into yourself a solution to your suffering, some type of suffering. How do you like my pad? Yeah? It's beautiful, right? Come on over. We'll have some lunch together. Maybe have some medicine together. Sup? My brothers, my sisters of light. What's up, Colonels? How you doing? Star Seeds, Indigos, give me 5. Yeah, Team Indigo. Bless you, Way Shower, Trailblazer. What's going on? We're bringing in Christos. We're bringing in Unisci. Because God's in everything. God's all. I am God. Bringing that code, bringing that frequency. Know yourself. Know thyself. It's beautiful. I think so. Bless all of you who are serious about your awakening and learning about the Anunnaki are part of your awakening. I mean, these people are not saying that the Anunnaki were kicked out by some council. No. That would be going against the free will of other conscious life. The Guardians don't follow that way. Machiwa. Makaya. So we're just like expanding. Like it's kind of like you're just bringing in more enlightenment, more understanding. Like you're learning stuff from these teachings. And it's so wonderful to share the PDFs. So maybe you guys didn't know that you can get a copy of this yourself and read it whenever you want to, right? It's called Voyagers by Ashana Dean. Look it up. I'm sure Celine or Stardust Goddess, one of the mods, Indigos, a little alien, all my vato locos. We rock it. We don't do this, we do this together, okay? Because we're all part of this awakening. We want to ascend. We want everybody to ascend. If it's possible, we would go for it, right? But it's all based on every person's decision. Everybody's doing what they need for themselves. But the other people are trying to help other people. So, like service, kind of like service to others. That's the Guardian way. Okay? We want to create a world like this where everybody's loving each other. And if everyone's loving each other, that means you're getting love. You get to experience love, but everybody does. Because everybody's doing it to each other. Service to others. What's up? I know some perverts will take that the wrong way, but be mature, that's all. Machiwa! Yeah, you guys. These bloodlines of the Anunnaki, there's like a few of them on planet Nibiru. The Inky Anunnaki, all these famous beings that visited Sumeria, according to Ashiana, she says that race in Sumer was Anunnaki. The hybrids. No wonder they're worshipping Anunnaki gods. In other words, Nuberian gods. And actually Nuberian extraterrestrials. Aliens. But some people can't handle that. Huh? Aliens aren't real. That's just fantasy movies. Right? Bless you if that's what you think. Mokoya. Because you're going to have different people, different things. What's up? Yeah. It's been one of those times. But yeah, man, it's been great, you guys. It's been great. I've been feeling good. You feel good. Maybe not everything's perfect in your life, but you feel like you're going through a shift, and you're excited about what can happen, how your life can expand, and you'll be experiencing all kinds of mystical shit. And you're like, whoa, man, I'm like becoming an adept at this, right? I want to learn more. What's up? I'm going to buy some books. I'm going to watch some content on YouTube. I'm going to learn this stuff. I want to know. I hope you want to know. What's up? I'm a Christos avatar. I am a Christos avatar. I am a Christos avatar. You say that to yourself. Everybody does. We're all Christos. We're trying to connect to our Christos. What's up, Christos? How you doing, Christos? Christ? What's up, God? Give me a hug, God. And not just God the Father. It's God the sister. God the mother. God the brother. I said that already, right? My cousins. My aunts. My nieces. My nephews. What's up? My daughter. My granddaughter. Wow. Yeah. My daughter had a daughter. Surrounded by women. But yeah, you guys are a blessing. I'm so grateful that there's so many regulars here. Like, for real, you guys are so cool. If you guys like this video tonight, please consider donating to Christos Avatar. Bless you for the small gift of $5 or 10, or you can use 9s, 11s, 9s, all that kind of stuff, 3s. Bless you, because we're like, it's being inspired. We're inspiring each other. Like I watch some other people's videos. I get a lot of people looking me up and becoming my Facebook friend. But I always check to see if their page has spiritual stuff on it. If it's not, I'll just pass. But I want spiritual people in my limited, because I know they're gonna limit me to 5,000, right? So I'm only choosing spiritual friends. 111. There's 111 of us. Again, what's up with the alignment, right? Bless the alignment tonight. And so. Yeah, I want to give the Anunnaki a hug if they would just be open to that. I want to hug you. It's not all bad, but every being has to get through that, right? They have to get through their stuff. You got to get through your stuff, and it's a journey. Sometimes all not fun, homie. What's up with you? It's been a great time to hang out with you guys. Woohoo! But it's past 9. Sorry it's so late, but hey, we took medicine and so it stretched it out, but here we are coming to the end. I hope you guys have a blessed evening. I hope you have astral sex. No, not really, but you want to skip the astral sex and go right up to angelic. No way. Yes way, Celine. Thank you, sister. Woohoo. Oh, 777. I feel like I'm in Vegas. I just rolled 21. Blackjack. Yeah. Thank you, Star Sister. Woohoo. Oh, I love you, Robin. Bless you, sister. I feel good. Do. See, if you guys feel good, sing it in your heart. I feel good. I feel good, baby. Yeah. Say it. Say it out loud. I feel good. Do. Yeah. You can feel good. No, my body hurts. My back hurts. My everything hurts. What? Take care of yourself. Your body's supposed to be a temple. What's up, honey? Sweetheart. Make your body a temple. Bring God into your body. You need it to be a temple. Right? You need to cleanse it. Damn, you stinky temple. You need to cleanse and purify. And get your vibration high. You know, and just start manifesting positive stuff. Yeah. I just feel good. And thank you for those hearts. Who's doing that? Come on, sweetheart. Let's hook up. Yeah. Woo. I feel frisky. You know what I'm saying? But I hope you guys have lucid dreams. Okay? Not astral sex. I would say lucid dreams. I hope you have lucid dreams tonight. And if you do, let me know. I want to get some credit, right? I knew you were going to have a lucid dream. So, yeah. But yeah, you guys, this isn't like, I mean, you know, the Anunnaki just effed up. They don't know what they're doing. They're lost, man. The Anunnaki are lost, right? If they don't recognize their true self, they're lost. So, and look at them. Look what they do. They're obviously lost. Right? More. When you harm other beings, you're lost. You lost your way from Creator. Now you're looking into anti-Christos. You're looking into anti-life. Now, but hey, you're supposed to be a harbinger. You're supposed to be someone bringing in the light. Are you a light worker or not? Are you a dark worker? You know, maybe you're not aware of it, like consciously aware, or maybe it's just subconscious. Maybe part of you understands, huh? Like sometimes when you do this medicine, you'll get these other versions of yourself you didn't sense all the time, but something like this, either meditation or medicine, you can experience other parts of yourself. And I'm talking about lucid. I'm talking about seeing other realities, bilocate. It's not a joke. It's not just in your head. It's you tuning your frequency, your thoughts or frequency, to another level. So think big, aim high, and become it. Become sacred. Become high vibe. Illuminate light. You are light. You are love. You are bringing in truth. You're bringing healing. So, much hugs and kisses to all of you. It's hard for me to say goodbye, but I guess I have to. I thought I was going to fast, but now I have to think about it. And that's okay too. If you guys change your mind, don't let it trip you out. If you need a break, something's telling you you need to take a day or two or whatever. You guys are awesome. Bless all of you. I am God. I am sovereign. I'm free, baby. I love how like you. Whoa, you're fighting the black extraterrestrials? Anunnaki? Whoa. They stole your spaceship, did they? That's terrible news. I have evil drama with everything here. Evil? They put themselves together in my starship and lied. Wow, how dare them. Adios, Indigo Wizard, what's up? Bless all of you. I'll see you soon. Don't miss
you know, we won't have to miss each other too much. You guys are awesome. You're family. You're blessed ones, bringing in light, bringing in no judgment, right? Just peace. Let's be peaceful and respect. And even if we disagree on certain things, we can still agree to disagree and still be friends. Yeah, man. What's up? All right, you guys. Bless all of you. And check out my recent videos. I've been making a lot of videos. Take a look. And you might find your favorite. Make sure you share. Share, homeboys, homegirls. Bless all of you. And take care of yourself. Love yourself. Come on. You better be loving yourself. And be a blessed person. You don't need to be in profanity all the time. Come on. Be a blessed representative of the starseed races, man. All right. Namaste. Leave a comment. Leave a like. Thumbs up, you guys. Thank you for being part of this frequency. Thank you to all my members. I am able to live because of you. Thank you for help me sustain, myself through this work. I do this work for you. It's a great honor and blessing. I hope you guys also feel that honor and blessing. We can be this huge, powerful force in this awakening process. Yeah. Let's do our part. We got this. Come on. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I just want to say Shaddai Ure together with you. Okay, so that's always important. Energy right there. Shaddai Ure Akumtan. Shaddai Ure Akumtan. Shaddai Ure Akumtan. Good night, you guys. Blessings. Yeah. I need my glasses to push the off button. Woohoo! Starseed party. You said it, Nikki. I'm God. Zato, peace out. Woohoo!